Okay, so the next problem is 3 cotangent squared x equals 1, and they ask you if x equals pi over 2 is a solution. So the simple way to do it is to take pi over 2 and substitute it in here and see if it actually works. But since we don't have a button on our calculator as cotangent, it's probably easier to do a little bit of work first. So here's the little bit of work that I would do. I would divide both sides by 3 so that I would have cotangent squared x equals 1/3. And then I would take the square root of both sides and get cotangent of x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1/3, which is plus or minus the square root of 1 over the square root of 3, which then results in plus or minus the square 1 over the square root of 3, because the square root of 1 is 1. But still we have this issue that cotangent is not a button on our calculator. And so it might be easier to take cotangent and convert it to tangent. Since cotangent and tangent are reciprocal ratios of each other, if I convert this to tangent, then I have to reciprocate or flip that fraction, invert it. So it's going to be minus plus, which doesn't matter, it's the same, plus or minus radical 3 over 1. So the question is if I put pi over 2, this pi over 2, oops, wait, it's all the way up here, that pi over 2 in for x, will I get square root of 3 over 1, or just square root of 3, either positive or negative? Well, all we have to do is, we could stick it in our calculator if we wanted to, but hopefully we're thinking, well, this is pi over 2, right? That's the angle pi over 2. And the coordinates for that in our unit circle are 0, 1. And the tangent of any angle is opposite over adjacent, the ratio of the two legs. And in this case, it's y over x, because we're in the unit circle, so I get 1 over 0, which is undefined. So no, pi over 2 will not result in radical 3 over 1. The tangent of pi over 2 is undefined. So no, pi over 2 is not a solution to this equation. All right.